Hello, big viewers. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today we're going to be searching eBay for the best possible deals on DC Universe Classics action figure lots. Without further ado, without further procrastination, without further delay, let's delve into the nitty-gritty. Let's dabble into this. So, once you're in eBay, simply type in DC Universe Classics action figure lots. Once that's been typed in into the search box, click search and it will prompt your listings. Now you want to sort by lowest price plus shipping first. Now just to get a great benchmark for comparison, you can further refine the search criterion and view some sold listings, and that way we have a great baseline, we have a great benchmark for comparison, so we can know whether or not we're getting ripped off. So for instance, just a little example here, here's a little paradigm. Two DC Universe Classics action figures sold for a grand total of $9.99. You can round that up to $10. So hopefully we can get them for under $5 each if possible, but it's unlikely. Now we can scroll down a bit and see that we have another listing here of two DCUC Batman action figures sold for a grand total of $14.75. which is roughly, I believe, $7.37 or $7.38 per figure. That sounds about right. And let's see if we can get them for under $8 each. But these listings are not germane, they're not irrelevant. Why? They're all sold out, so we just have to look at what's current and what's available today, because what's sold out is no longer available for purchase. Maybe they'll be relisted in the future by the buyer, but I don't know. So we have two custom figures of OMAC for $15, not a good start, $7.50 each. Let's keep scrolling down and see if we could find some stellar deals. I'm going to find some stellar deals. I want to live up to the title of this video, I should say. I'm supposed to find some stellar deals on eBay. I'm an action figure hunter. No. Yeah, these DCUC action figures have high quality sculpts, high quality decos, high quality hues, high quality aesthetics, high quality designs. They have ample points of articulation. They have nifty features. They have robust designs. They're just the quintessential action figures of DC characters. But the problem here is that they cost far too much money. So we're going to find a good deal, and I'm going to be adamant about finding a good deal. I'm going to be fastidious about this. I'm going to be diligent about finding a good deal, meaning I'm going to keep searching in perpetuity till I find what I need. So everything that I've stumbled upon so far seems to be a terrible deal. Let's look at this. Okay, this isn't too bad. We have roughly 9 DCUC action figures, $34 each. 34 divided by 9, I believe, is what's the math on that? I believe that's under $4 each. Yeah, that should be, because 18 times 2 is 36. So these figures are under $4 each at the moment. Now, don't let this price fool you. People bid amid that final 8 seconds of the auction, so they snipe the auction. So, but if someone can buy this lot for under $90, it's a decent deal. Now these figures, they're retailed for $15 plus tax, plus they come as a build-a-figure piece, but it wouldn't be too bad paying $10 for them, because these are stellar, robust, state-of-the-art, high-quality action figures, and in my objective opinion, they're superior in every facet to the DC Direct figures. They scale eminently well with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure collection. They emulate their comic book counterparts, and they have all the requisite accessories that you could want. they're not shoddy, they're not low quality, and the Four Horsemen Studios company that designed these action figures never skimped on any details when creating them, so that's not a bad deal per se, especially if they can sell for under 90. Is it possible? I think they'll sell for under 90. I mean, that lot doesn't seem to be titled too well, and most people who would be willing to pay top dollar for these figures likely already have them, so over time they're likely to get cheaper, just like the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. They're cheaper now than they were in 2014 because a lot of people are migrating to the Hasbro Marvel Legends, and they deem the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures to be inferior for whatever deluded reason that I don't understand. And the collectors who deemed the Toy Biz Marvel Legends to be superior and who deem them to have unprecedented nostalgic value most likely already have the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. So that means that whatever is going to be relinquished on eBay is going to sell for a lower price than it would have in the past. You know, the hype has died down. Most people are forgetting about the Toy Biz Marvel Legends figures, and these action figures are from a time of antiquity. They're essentially relics of the past. Now, okay, here we go. We have another deal here. Here we have a DC Direct Parasite, a Marvel Legends Cyclops from the Sentinel series, a Gray First Appearance Hulk, a Wasp figure. I think that figurine is Eclipso, and apparently we have some 3 to 4 inch figures, and then we have a Deadpool plushie. All that is $40. So I guess that's not too bad. A lot of it is just rubbish. So far I found one decent deal, which was a Young Justice lot, 9 figures for $34. Let's see this deal. This Hawkman figure could easily sell for over $20. Now he's I think he's from the New 52 design. I love how his body's fortified with armor. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not too adamant about that deal for over for almost $42 for 5 figures, and not all of them are DC UC figures. So I guess it's disappointing, and distraught has ensued. But to be blatantly honest with you, we only found one good deal thus far, and we don't even know if it will culminate into a decent. Oh wow! I didn't know that someone would be willing to pay at least $59 for Etrigan and Ares. Damn, that's quite pricey. I wouldn't do that. No. Scarecrow figure is going for over $60. Riddler figure is going for almost $65. I have to pass. We really want to try to get them for under $10 each. That's a sweet spot. No. Damn, these are real pricey. I saw that they'd go down. Yeah, I got much better deals on these figures in the past. The lowest I probably paid was like $3, or slightly less than $3 for DC UC figure. Damn, these deals are terrible. I typed in lot. I don't know why they're showing individual listings. Maybe people manipulate the search terms so that their single listings, so that their single figure listings appear in the lot search results. Because if not, maybe they wouldn't get any views. I honestly don't know. I'm not a seller. Or it's just I'm not a reseller. I don't sell anything. I just buy, which is a terrible habit. Yeah, so there's one decent deal. Damn, that's pricey. 5 figures for $130. No, thank you. It's over. It's like $26 per figure, right? Yeah, 5 times 26. I think that's about $130 if I'm not mistaken. This is crazy. Actually, let's try this. DC Universe Classics action figures. And, see what happens. Maybe there's something from China that, commands a low price. I don't know why they're so expensive. I haven't bought a DC UC figurine in quite some time. Okay, this figure isn't bad. You have the Young Justice Batman. I love the, menacing, intimidating appearance. I love this, dark, look to him. He looks like he's veiled in, I guess you could say, a suit of darkness. You know, a lot of Batman's body is obscured. When you think about it, all you could really see is just, his chin and his mouth, and, half of his face. Everything else is obscured by his, costume, belt, gloves, boots, cowl, and partially by his cape. So, okay, I would consider paying that. I think I may have that figure. Here's the 1996 TV series Penguin. Does he have a chipped nose? Let's see. I don't believe he does. It's not a bad deal. Again, we're paying under $8. We're getting them from China. Everything's manufactured in China, so not a bad deal per se. So 3 good deals thus far, assuming that that auction culminates in it being under $90. We want to try to get these figures for $8, but if we have to pay $10, it's not the end of the world. However, if we can get a massive lot with some Build-A-Figures and some more obscure, more scarce figures, and they have to pay slightly over $10, it's not the end of the world per se. Sometimes we buy figures in bulk for convenience reasons. Red Arrow, again, no bow. Even though he's under $8, it's not the best deal in the world to get that Young Justice figure. I mean, the main reason why, the crux of the issue here, is that that figure doesn't tickle my fancy. I'm not too much of a fan of the Young Justice figures, but I don't mind that design of Batman. But I guess you could say everything is really subjective, as objective as I try to be. Everything's really subjective, to each his own. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Aqualad, you could haggle on that price. That's not the best figure in the world. But if you're missing an Aqualad, not a bad deal. Here we go. We have $9 for an Adam figure. If you can get him for under $10, that's not bad. He may not be $8, but it's still a decent deal. I mean, Adam is an iconic, nostalgic. He's an iconic, nostalgic, cerebral, stoic superhero. I love the Adam. I love his design. Here we go. We have Negative Man, good figure. We have the variant of Captain Atom, good figure for $9 as well. So we have some better deals. I'm trying to find good deals on loss. That was my objective. But maybe we could find a listing that has 2 figures for under $10 per figure. So 2 figures for under $20 total wouldn't be bad. Damn, I guess most people sell them individually. Let's actually look at Lost one more time. DC Universe. Let's actually try DC UC action figure lot. Let's revamp the wording. I gotta hurry, I'm almost out of time. YouTube restricts me to a 15-minute time limit. Is this a good deal? No. Not too adamant about buying anything here. I can't afford to, but if I had the disposable discretionary income, if I wasn't destitute and indigent and impoverished, then okay, this isn't that much of a bad deal per se, especially if you could win the bid. And maybe someone could win the bid for $35.14 is going to end soon. So you're paying under $10 per figure. One of them isn't a DC figure, but that's okay. But these 3 other figures are, so not bad. So here's like another decent deal, presuming you could win the bid and pay under $40. So I hope that you found this video to be fascinating and intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.